Hey, I'm Emma. I quit my job as a coffee shop manager to become a full-time artist. Why did I do this? Because being an artist has been my dream since I was a little girl, and up until recently, I thought that dream was unachievable. So I started going to college and I got a normal job. I enjoyed my job, but it was very draining. Being so drained equals never working on my art. As a manager, I was using up all of my time and energy to help somebody else achieve their dreams. I thought to myself, if I put all of this time and effort into my own art and my own business, I could probably get somewhere. I felt pretty bitter working so hard for a business that didn't really care for myself or my goals. At this time, I was working on my art and my business with the mentality that once I started making enough money, then I could quit my job. But the problem was that with all the effort I was putting into my manager position, I had no time or energy for my art. After expressing this to my husband and my family members, my husband told me he wanted me to quit. So I quit. I put in my 2 weeks, which then turned into a month's notice because I'm a pushover. But I was very excited that I only had one more month of stress. When that month came to an end, a new type of stress began. What do I do? Where do I start? What do I sell? Where do I sell? I had so many questions. So what did I do? Well, I got educated. I decided to take an online course on Udemy. And for a first-time seller like me, I thought that Etsy would be the way to go. It wasn't the key to my success, but it did help me learn a lot and start my journey as a full-time artist. As many people know, Etsy kinda sucks. So after being on Etsy for a while and making a comfortable number of sales, I decided to create my own website. Again, I had no idea what I was doing. So this time, I turned to YouTube for help. I decided to use WordPress to host my website, and I somehow figured out how to set it up and everything, and voila, I had my website. It wasn't perfect, but it got the job done. I just recently updated my website and I think it looks a lot better now. I started painting a lot more around this time, and I shared my paintings on Instagram and TikTok. I painted over 35 paintings in 2022. I feel more comfortable with painting, and I'm more capable of putting what I imagine in my head down on the canvas. One of my paintings that I posted on TikTok happened to go viral. It was a painting that I did of some mushrooms dancing around a campfire in a forest. I sold both the painting and a huge number of prints off of my website, which was both exciting but equally stressful. Even while I was frantically packing orders and running out of packing supplies, yes, that did happen, I thought this stress is so much more gratifying and worth it than the stress of a job that had no benefit to myself. Throughout this time, I started working on my digital art, but I was not very good at it. I just assumed I could take my painting skills and easily use those skills to paint on my iPad, but that was not the case. So I started watching YouTube tutorials on how to use Procreate, and that helped a lot. From there, I started wondering, how do I develop my style? So for this, I used a lot of inspiration from Pinterest, and then I also started finding the Instagram artist community. There are so many artists out there to be inspired by, and I started participating in a lot of Draw This in Your Style challenges. These helped me so much because I had a reference and a color palette, so all I had to focus on was my style and my drawing skills. To this day, any Draw This in Your Style post on my Instagram is actually the most liked post on my feed. It's really nice to be able to support other artists that participate in these challenges and the host as well. For a while, I got obsessed with getting more followers on TikTok and began posting 3 to 5 times every single day. It did eventually work because this is when my mushroom painting did go viral and I made a lot of sales, but I don't think the burnout was worth it. I realized I was valuing quantity over quality, and so I stopped doing that about 5 months ago and have since then started posting consistently quality TikToks. And I've managed to get over 12,000 followers from that. So that's pretty good. Now I'm in the phase of realizing that social media isn't everything, and I need to work on my skills more than anything else. I've made a plan this year to focus mostly on illustrating and building my portfolio. Of course, I'll still paint, but maybe only once a month. I've shifted my focus from short-term gratification to long-term success. And thankfully, because of my husband, I'm able to do so. So what am I planning to do this next year as a full-time artist? Well, for one, I wanted to start this YouTube channel, so I have. I hope to start a Patreon this year, and I'm also currently posting on my Instagram 5 times a week to hold me accountable and also grow my skills as an illustrator. And that's it. Pretty simple goals, and I know that I can achieve them. I can't wait to see where this next year takes me as an artist, and I hope that you'll follow me along on the journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye!